This is a picture of the little girl.
The 33 News introduces an alleged drunk driver to her victims.
I hate myself right now.
A mother and daughter dead.
Well, I'm really sorry.
We deliver the suspect's apology tonight.
I have seen the rain. I have felt the pain.
2 Americans were shot down in Vietnam in 1969. First, missing in action, then presumed dead.
They were finally found. The family can have closure.
Finally, their bodies are back home for the ceremony that's been 4 decades in the making.
It's an unthinkable crime. Children and women are forced into prostitution all over the country. A new documentary called Playground documents the problem. Now with the Super Bowl coming to town, officials think North Texas could become sex trafficking central.
If a picture can say 1,000 words, then this started a patriotic conversation that keeps on going. And it all began with 5 babes, boots, and a book.
We had all read the book Lone Survivor by Marcus Luttrell. And just after reading this eye-opening account of what our men and women sacrifice for us every single day overseas, we just felt like it was our calling to do something.
Boot girl Ginger Giles says that calling came with a camera and a plan to cut through the clutter and reach people for combat vets.
We tried to figure out in this busy, hectic world, how do we get people to catch their attention? How do we get them to stop and think for a minute?
They did it with images like this.
You know, combat boots were just such a symbolic thing of the military. So we thought, let's get celebrities photographed in combat boots as a way to say, put yourself in their shoes for a minute.
The boot campaign urges people to buy a pair of combat boots for about $130. And the money is used to help soldiers returning home from the front lines.
The campaign is simple. If you can't walk a mile in their boots, you can make that mile a bit more comfortable. Their motto, when they come back, we give back. The Boot Girls say, it's the least we can do.
This shoot brings them to the ballpark in Arlington.
We're photographing Rusty Greer and Bobby Witt.
For me, it's one way I can give back.
Former Ranger star Rusty Greer says it's a no-brainer.
The least we can do as American citizens is do something to support them and show them that we are behind them one way or the other.
Karen Guillaume ordered a pair of boots to support her friend, whose son was deployed to Afghanistan. It was an order Ginger says she'll never forget.
She gets these boots and 2 days later gets the news that her friend's son had been killed.
This was the last picture ever taken of 18-year-old PFC Eddie Wood as his sister hugged him goodbye. And Karen decided to wear her boots to his funeral. Just one of the many images the Boot Girls hope will motivate people to get their boots on.
We really just wanted to find a way to say thank you. We never realized it would grow to this proportion, and we're blessed. And we just hope to be able to keep spreading the word.
Susan was the first of the cheerleaders. Myself, his girlfriend, and his girlfriend's sister was raped.
One by one, Lisa Gabbard says a rapist targeted her Castleberry High School cheerleading squad.
I was awakened and looked over and saw someone in a mask.
Then 18-year-old Gabbard was victim 3 by 6, the rapist turned killer, stabbing Retha Stratton to death. The man was Wesley Wayne Miller, who Gabbard says raped in 4 Tarrant County cities, using the same methods before he was caught.
Looking back through the police reports, some of the things are similar, and we can pick those out as laymen, and so it does seem pretty unfortunate that those dots were not connected sooner.
It's not uncommon. Sexual assault advocates say often it's hard to connect serial rapists to a string of crimes because of what happens after the rape. Experts say in Texas, investigators don't follow a standard list of questions presented to the victim after the attack. Some might ask,
did the offender pay particular attention to any item, piece of clothing, or body part?
While another might ask this,
Did the offender bite any body part?
We have varying degrees of interviewing skills.
Deborah Caddy, director of the Women's Center, says police need to adopt uniform standards for rape questioning to catch mobile predators.
What we know about sexual predators is that they move around. They move from city to city, they can move from state to state, and we know that. And we know that these predators never strike just one time.
This one is my police report.
Gabbert says whether it's better questioning or better training for officers, she wants change and is willing to push lawmakers to get it, to help remedy mistakes of the past.
We do need to reach that common ground where everybody's speaking the same language.
My city of ruins, my city of ruins.
Sometimes it feels like yesterday, and for some people, the disaster isn't over. This weekend marks 5 years since the flooding, the destruction, and the devastation of Hurricane Katrina.
Tell me, how do I begin again? My city's in ruins.
They are the faces of a frustrated franchise whose train have jumped the tracks.
You get embarrassed on Sunday Night Football like this? It's just been a train wreck.
Week after week, the Cowboys said they were going to fix it and go back to basics.
Our Cowboys went back to basics this week, and they're basically awful.
Now 1-7, it begs the question.
Well, what do you do, though?
Jerry Jones just answered that question. He fired Phillips.
Whiskey River, take my mind.
It's the stereotypical theme song for every country singer who's down in the dumps.
Yeah, man, that's the good stuff. Speed 30, a honky tonk time. Pop a top again.
Drown your sorrows with a beer. But a new study shows an unexpected shift. Now it's teen girls searching for answers at the bottom of the glass.